Baby.
Hi everyone, this is Baby Driver. Yeah, that's where we're at. Hello, welcome, Andrana to chat, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope my Dragon Age fans in the audience are surviving the last couple of weeks. Um, we are being well fed. Uh, welcome to episode 10 of our Dragon Age story, Blood and Lyrium, Living for the City. Um, before we introduce the story and our players, I'm going to first introduce my little content warning that we do at the start of every session. In case you're a first-time viewer, everyone. Uh, Dragon Age is a setting which has some dark and difficult themes, not only with some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas, and we may on occasion touch on these in our story. We have already in our 10 episodes so far. Rest assured, we will be as respectful and considerate as possible when we do, and we have discussed our lines and veils prior to today's session. We can check in with each other, but we want you to also be mindful of your own comfort levels too. As important as these stories are to voice, your happiness and comfort should be paramount, and as such, we would never judge if you need to step away at any point. That being said, I'm going to let my players introduce themselves and who they are playing. I will start with myself. I am Emma, or Hamalu on the internet. I have new hair today. And I use she, they pronouns, although if we're being honest, I am slowly dancing my way towards they, them. You heard it here first, folks. Yeah, and I'm playing everybody that they do not. Everybody introduce yourselves and who you're playing, please. Thank you very much.
Heyo, I'm Emily, or Emily Bard 20 on the internet. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Kana, the lovely dwarven blacksmith mom. And this is my daughter. No, I'm just kidding. No, hopefully, Kana's daughter is alive and well and not having anything to do with Resident Evil. Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hi everyone, my name is Satan, or Elisa Vamp on the internet. I go by any pronouns, and I play Phelan, our baby girl Dalish elf mage. He goes by he, him, and yeah, I'm excited for Denerim.
Denerim.
Hello, I am Jill, also known as Ghosty JK. I use she, they pronouns, and I am no longer resigned to background actions. I am now returned. I'll be playing Beverly, who uses she, her pronouns, our human warrior, and secret mom. Not so secret anymore.
Mom
I was
loves
like, that's
me
a secret
again.
now, but you know. Hello, everyone. I am Torrin, or Torrin Talks Creativity. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing Oriana, the human rogue of the party, who had some lore drops last week, and her pronouns are she, her. And I'm sure Denerim will be great. It's gonna be great, folks.
It's party time, don't worry about it.
Hello, everyone. I am Sakaya. I go by she, her pronouns. And I am playing Eranon, the chastened wild rogue, who also goes by she, her pronouns, our party's career people pleaser.
Yeah. So it's a good job. You should have it a little, little emblem to wear. Yes, these are my wonderful, fantastic players and their excellent characters. Last session, some of our party bonded and reconciled with their recent conflict and the lives that were taken during a fight. They have a little bit of a watch going on, and another conversation happens that ends with some spooning, which, you know, every conversation should. The following day was a wet one, Ayo, with some soggy archery lessons and a playful game of hide and seek
And
between
some soggy
Oriana and Aiden.
bottoms.
Yes.
Some serious spooning.
Sorry. There's like times where you're like, I'm gonna keep going with the jokes, and I'm like, wait, I'm really touch averse, so I'm just gonna roll on out of here. I'm gonna pillbug. I've lost control. Yes, playful game of hide and seek between Oriana and Aiden, Beth's son. It seems he wants to be just like her when he gets older, muddy and running around in the woods. Kana has some mother-son bonding time with Phelan, her baby girl, after his near-death experience. During the following evening, when camp is set before the arrival in Denerim, Iranin and Oriana sneak off to go hunting. And instead, they find an Australium, have a touching scene that brings a fond smile to Oriana's face. Much needed after opening up to Iranin about her past, the difficulties that she's ran from, and her apprehension about Denerim. As the morning gets closer to the horizon, it's been an unsettled night in the tent where Bev and her son Aiden have been sleeping. He was restless and agitated in getting to sleep to begin with, and we join them now in the tent as he starts awake in the middle of the night from a nightmare, pressing himself a little closer to the body of his mother for some security and comfort. Something you've not really experienced properly before, Bev. But it's enough that I think you're in high alert mode being there and being with him, so you will wake with him as he cuddles in a little close, a little afraid.
Yeah, there's definitely some natural, like, maternal instincts there. She'll wake up, just be, Aiden, is everything all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Lip quivers.
Hey, it's okay. You can talk to me about it. Was it a bad dream?
Yeah. Yeah. I just had a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. What about?
It's just... I was walking through the woods and trying to be a good hunter, and then I realized I was by myself and I couldn't see anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all misty and foggy, and so I started running around trying to find people, and then I heard something up in the trees, and when I looked up, fallen from the trees was just so many snakes. It's just so many. It's like lots of them, and they were falling on me, and I was scared, and I tried running, but they just didn't stop, and I could hear all the hissing, and then I woke up.
Bev is gonna kind of like put a hand on top of his head and like push his hair back a little bit in like a soothing motion. Hey, it's okay. It was just a dream right now, and there's no snakes here. If you want, we can go check, make sure there's not anyone hiding around. Hey, look, and Bev will kind of sit up and she'll like, just like kind of like show the tent that they're in.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's empty. It's
He'll
just whiskey.
sit up a little bit and just want like that physical closeness, but it does mean that he is now sat up beside you and like clinging to one of your arms.
Yeah. Bev will like kind of like lean into it as well, put an arm around him and rub his arm and comfort. So, there's no snakes.
Yeah.
You're safe here.
Whiskey would know, right? Whiskey would tell us.
Whiskey would be able to smell a snake before we even knew it was here. So, like, keep an eye on him. He's gonna keep you safe, and got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Do you have nightmares about snakes a lot?
No.
No.
I
Just
hadn't
recently.
really thought about them. Yeah. I guess that was a new bit, but I've had the nightmare before about being lost in the woods on my own.
Yeah. Being alone can be scary. Snakes can be scary too, you know. It's
Yeah.
it's not something to be, ashamed of if you are afraid of them.
They can like detach their jaws and stuff. So if you find a really, really big snake, could it swallow a person?
I'm not the animal expert, but I'm going to kind of go out on a limb and say no. I haven't seen any snakes that big anyway.
Okay. Iranin is from the swamps, isn't she?
She is.
Do you think maybe she has seen a big snake that could eat a person down there?
We can certainly ask her. I haven't heard her talk about a snake that big, and I feel like
Because I don't talk about my ex.
They could dislocate their jaw. Yeah. I. Okay, we can ask.
Yeah.
Maybe they have ways of protecting against snakes.
They might have something, yeah. And I do just want to say that fear isn't anything to be, afraid of. It's a bad way to say it. Fear can be a good thing for us. There's a reason that we have it. So it keeps us safe. So
Okay.
if you're afraid of snakes, we can avoid snakes.
Yeah. I didn't think I would be, but it just.
Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid of something.
That's true. I know someone who's afraid of moths. And that feels a little more silly because the moth can't actually hurt you, whereas the snake definitely could.
A snake could hurt you, but I think most of them are okay. But
Okay. I trust you.
Again, everyone's afraid of something, even me.
What are you afraid of?
Oh, there's lots of stuff I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of a lot of things, honestly. Sometimes you can use that fear as a motivator to, protect people around you. Anytime I've had to pick up either a sword or a paddle to protect myself and the other people here, I've been so afraid. But you know how when you're scared of something, you can run faster?
Yeah.
You can react quicker?
Yeah.
So you can use fear sometimes.
Okay. Fear can make you better at things.
It can. Although if it becomes too much, you let me know, and then we can talk about that.
Okay. I know that what's going on right now is scary. The stuff to the south. But I'm glad that I can spend this time with you.
I'm really glad too. It's been nice to finally get to know you as you're growing up.
Yeah. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, Aiden. And I'm sorry that I haven't been there.
Yeah. Seems like there's good people from Lothering, though.
There's lots of good people from Lothering.
You have some good friends.
Don't I know it? I'm glad you're getting along with them. Even learning to go hunting, I think that's very admirable.
And you don't mind about me being covered in mud.
Clothes can always be washed.
Yeah. You're really good at that.
I better be. It's my livelihood. If I wasn't, I'd be out of a job.
I will keep you in business.
I look forward to it, as long as you're having fun.
Yeah. Your friend Kana, she has a kid my age, yeah?
She does. Rainy.
Do you think we could become friends?
I think you and Rainy would be great friends. She's a sweet girl. Very fun.
Well, do you think I'd get on better with her than Habrin?
I think you would definitely get along better with her than Habrin.
Yeah. Okay. Because, well, I don't really know because I don't know an awful lot about this stuff too much, really. But I think Kana really likes you.
I'm so sorry for what I was about to say. Yeah, we're really good friends.
Good. That's good. Okay. Mom.
Yes?
No, it's just well, never mind.
You sure? Seems like you want to say something.
Well, I sometimes when people really like each other and they're very good friends, and they spend lots of time together, and then maybe I could, instead of having to put up with Habrin, instead have Rainy.
Are you saying you want Rainy as a sister instead?
Well, maybe. I mean, if I'm honest, Mom, I think I'd like anybody better than Habrin as a sister, but, it's, it's nice to have people that make you smile.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice to have everyone around me. And I'm glad we're traveling with the people that we are. Because
Me
they do mean a
too.
lot to me.
They're all really nice. Everyone's really stuffy, and Dad tries his best. I mean, I
He
like
does.
I
He
like him,
does.
but I think he also. I don't really see him getting to have nice time with friends the way that you do with these people. It's just always like work, and then when he's not working, he's just sitting looking a bit sad. So I don't know if maybe he needs a good friend.
Maybe he does. But
People to just be funny with and play hide and seek, or
I think he could do some good, but important people, they've got a lot of stuff that they have to deal with, and honestly, I think that makes the people you spend your time with a lot more important because of that.
yeah. Well, maybe now that there's other things going on, we can all find some time to cover ourselves in mud and go hunting and play hide and seek.
I would love to see that happen. I will make sure that we can get you, me, your dad, a couple of friends to cover ourselves in mud and go play hide and seek. I'll
Okay.
make a promise. I'll hold out my pinky.
And he'll give you a pinky promise back.
And Bev will kiss her fist. I promise.
Thank you. I might be okay to sleep again now.
Okay. You sure? Not too awake now?
Yeah, whiskey will protect us.
That he will.
Okay.
Why do my brain was just like, yeah, whiskey farts right now.
Yeah, you know what? It's Dragon Age, so like whiskey will protect us. Farts after the sentence is said. Like, yes. He is a strong defender. A nobleman Barry Hound.
It's just, oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
wow. Oh, that's meaty. Wow.
No snakes will come near us with that.
Yeah, no. But like goes to like find the bedroll and like hides his head under the bedroll to hide from said fart.
Yeah. Try and go back to sleep, but
Yeah,
Bev might wander around the campsite a little bit before she gets tired again.
sure. He will eventually go to sleep because, you know, he's a 10-year-old that did an awful lot of physical activity yesterday, so he is tuckered out. And will slowly fall into a deep sleep. And you can kind of just see like and Whiskey both just like snoozing.
Yeah, Bev will kind of pause and just like watch for a little while and kind of commit the scene to memory before she lays down and goes to sleep again.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. That being said, eventually morning will find us all. You will smell food cooking by Iranian, one presumes. Iran is always up early, making sure everyone is going to be well fed. And you are ready to face your day. You're really not very far away from Denerim at all. It's not going to take much walking to get there. And there's a few things that I know each of you will have that is a priority. I know that chief among them near the beginning is the safe delivery of Aiden to the household that are going to be looking after him until his father arrives or plans are settled out. It's all a little up in the air right now. And thankfully, you know, Beverly, that the person will be coming to meet you in the stables just as you enter the city, so hopefully not too many nobles will catch sight of the wee lad before he is carried away to safety. But I am not going to prevent if any of you have any conversations you are having as you are approaching the city, even if just light brevity in the morning. Aiden has a bit more spring in his step now. Feeling a little more confident.
Yeah, I would like to sidle over to the hunting group. And just kind of like as we're walking, lean over and be like, so snakes?
Yeah.
We point to Phelan. Just
Phelan is in the tree lines, grabbing something and throwing it.
Phelan?
You see a little blurry snake body up in the air being thrown away.
He's just grabbing snakes and throwing them.
You can get a good yeet if you spin it enough times.
I'm not that cool. Just gently throwing it away. Ugh.
sorry, I had to mute. Okay.
That snake
That's
is having
the first
its,
thing that
it's-
came to mind.
its most
sorry.
exciting morning ever by becoming airborne momentarily.
Dragon Ball.
Anyway, so Oriana's just pointing to Phelan like, I think Phelan was thinking because Aiden likes dragons that he would like to hear about snakes. We didn't know that he had a phobia, so
It's fine. I don't think he knew he had a
Yeah.
phobia. We just
yeah.
talked about it a little bit, and
Uh,
honestly, I don't know what the conversation was, but hopefully he's gonna have questions for you, Aranan. Questions about man-eating snakes. So just be
Okay.
prepared.
I'm
While this
Sorry,
is
I
happening,
can-
is Phelan in the background with the snake. Just tiptoeing back further into the tree line.
You're
Phelan,
always in the background of a scene, so like nobody's interacting with you or talking to you. We just, while people are talking, you see Phelan in the background, like with others, like just
like Homer Simpson into a hedge, but with a snake.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You could just leave them and we would never see them.
If they're anything like the one actual native snake here, nobody really knows that we have snakes in Britain because nobody sees them because they are expert hiders and do not want to be perceived by humans.
Phelan's just like, yoink.
Yeah. Just in case, you know. Yeah. Cue that, by the way. I think probably like storming up with some breakfast in hand will be Aiden going straight for Iranan. Looking like he means business.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, you live in swamps. Yes?
I have lived in swamps. That's correct.
Because you have the house on the stilts. Are the stilts just to keep you dry, or is it also to keep away from big snakes that live in the swampy waters?
They do help with the snakes. I have lived with snakes all my life, and I have plenty of tricks to keep them away.
What is the top 3?
Well, firstly, I should tell you
Yep.
that I always make sure our camp is keeping snakes away. So nothing to worry there.
How?
They like places to hide, so the first thing you do when you set up your bedrolls and your tents is get a big bit of sacking and flatten all the grass. That's why all the grasses are flat around your tent, because then they can't get near. Then you have to tidy up the camp. So you make sure there's nothing near your tent where they can hide.
So they can hide in bedrolls?
But they like long grass to move around in, because they don't really like being seen. And that's why I make sure everything is low.
Like Oriana.
Like Oriana, exactly.
Okay.
But I have something for you. And I'll sort of rummage around in my, like, herb pack. This, you can sprinkle this around your tent. And it's like a little bottle of, like, cinnamon and clove oil.
Mm-hmm.
They hate the smell of this. This will keep them away.
I can see why.
Strong. So just a little bit.
Okay. And is it just in grass? It is not in like cities with houses and pavements and stuff.
Very unlikely to see a snake in the city. You'll be fine.
Okay. Apart from my half sister, he'll say, and then walks away.
Bev spits out her breakfast.
He's gonna go off to like find his stuff and like test the theory with the
Finger
oil.
guns walk away.
Yeah.
That's my
Thinks
son.
he's
Yeah.
real cool.
No,
Yeah.
that is my
Yep.
son.
He's certainly full of personality. Goes over to bedroll that is still there because you're packing up and like contemplates a few things, looks at Whiskey. Whiskey does not look perturbed, and then just starts stomping on the bedroll. Like, but you know, we're able to pack up everyone and get the Jessicas going.
Phelan falling in the background with the snake.
Yeah, the last one.
I love the idea that this is happening so obvious to everyone but Aiden. It's just always
Yeah.
behind Aiden.
It's always behind Aiden.
Yeah. Anytime it looks like Aiden's about to turn around, Phelan's like hides it behind their back. I love it. Okay. So, the Jessicas are moving. Everybody's moving. We are on the approach to the walls of the city. There's a few things that we're going to need to approach early on in Denerim, and I know that two of you have discussed the possibility of peeling away eventually. I know that the group will be, I assume, heading towards the stables just in general for the carts and the Jessicas and now Meg, but also for Bev to meet her contact with everybody. But is there any priority for everybody early on as you just enter into this city in the morning? Just so we see where people's priorities are.
Just put up. I have a book hiding my face
Uh-huh.
while I'm reading, holding on to like Oriana to guide me.
You can sit on one of the carts.
Yeah.
You could easily do that and read. Yeah.
The snake as a bookmark.
I would like to locate the rookery
Yeah.
as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Shocking. I know.
Does sound like a good priority, and I know that that's something that Arana wanted to accompany. Ariana, what about yourself?
As tiny as possible and not perceived.
I am only but we. You do not
Just
wish
little-
to perceive me.
Little
Just
pill
a little
bug of a
guy.
sea
Just a
urchin
little guy.
child.
Just normal men.
Just normal men.
Just innocent
innocent
men.
Innocent men.
But yes, just
Whiskey
basically
sour.
like either in the cart or like strategically hiding myself around the cart. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm,
walking.
mhm.
Head up and then just like, nope, just a poor kid they found. Don't look at me. Yeah.
But a wee urchin. Do not mind me, sir. Very good.
Thanks. Yeah.
I don't know why we've all decided that she has that
You
accent
have
when
some
she's doing
breath,
this.
sir.
And Rhiannon would have done your hair this morning as well, like we spoke about.
Thank you.
Yes. What
Just
does the hair
kidding.
look like now?
I
Good.
imagine just evening it out
Mm.
as much as
Is
possible.
it all short now?
Probably matches
Makes
the
note on art.
blunt. Yeah, the
Yeah.
blunt bangs of the front could probably just kind of, as short as can be.
Love to see that. Okay, so we head towards the stables, and Beverly, you were informed that there will be a noble that is coming to meet you all there.
Right, and I've
Um,
never met this
mhm.
noble before, right? I just know their name.
You probably don't know them, no. It is somebody known to Leonis, trusted by Leonis, but you have not encountered them before, no. So the rest of you can kind of come and pull those carts in, get the Jessicas sorted somewhere where they will be looked after and fed and, tended to. I imagine with a city this big, there's like maybe 2 different types of stables for different budgets. So it's up to you if you want to go on the lower side, or the higher side. That's your call. One of you is rolling in bank right now.
Who?
Who?
You?
Yeah, that's breaking
would like
case of
to-
emergency. This does not feel. It couldn't possibly be me.
I don't think Bev would ever want to go to like the fanciest stable.
There's no need for giving your horses cucumber water. No. Get fancy hair braids with hair oil.
Aw.
Yeah.
Now I'm tempted. Wait.
Jessica's
The Jessicas deserve it.
the best
Yeah.
treatment they can possibly get.
What is the difference between fancy and not fancy stables?
Well, I don't have a set price, but maybe like perhaps a silver a day for the regular, and maybe a little closer to like 15 silver a day at the fancy one.
On that note, I think Oriana would either give this to someone or do it herself, but we have like the bits and bobs and things like that, just try to boost our currency a little
sell.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can absolutely, yeah. The people who are planning on going a little further into Denerim and maybe make it to the market, will be able to sell that off to get the cash. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Can I go ahead and mark that or split
Yeah,
it
you
between
can.
us?
You can do whatever you need to with that.
Okay, I'll do that.
But yeah, the Jessicas, because you are going to have to consider part of our plans, after all, is finding a means of getting to Kirkwall, and so 2 carts and 2 Jessicas might be
No, no.
tricky.
You're
Not
gonna have to
impossible.
leave the Jessicas?
Not impossible, because some boats, they take livestock for the goats are more common than anything else. But yeah, not impossible. we get to find out if the donkeys are seasick. I would not want to find that out. Hee-haw. But as you're there,
Hee-haw.
heave-haw, yeah. And
Now
the rest
all
of
my
your
brain
kind
is
of
doing, you've heaved your last haw.
you heave your last haw. I'm just not feeling real yeehaw, partner. We're in a mood today, folks, huh?
Yeah.
So everyone else is kind of you can be in various states of helping with the carts, helping with the
Yeah.
Jessicas, etc. And it becomes apparent to all of you that Beverly is in fact standing waiting for somebody to come and arrive. And yeah, let me go and get a picture of who's
I'll
on
be
the
braiding
approach.
Jessica's hair myself.
Okay.
I'll be making fresh cucumber water for the Jessica.
Making
Can I-
direct eye contact with the fancy horses.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Oriana would definitely want to see who they're meeting. Not like, hey, how you doing? I'm Oriana. But you know, like, who is it?
We're brushing the other Jessica, like, yeah, we're just waiting.
Everyone's
It's
like,
fine.
which Denerim noble is approaching us here? Because we got some beef with one of them. Yeah. The rest of you may, I suppose, it depends how perceptive and insightful you feel, notice, I'm imagining, a bit of a shift in Oriana's behavior at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sort of staying close to Oriana.
Yeah.
Just as a comfort kind of thing, really. So working on the same bits of carts, unpacking things, and just sort of staying next to her.
You will hear Aiden babbling to Beverly, like, I hope that they have dogs. Fred and nobles tend to have dogs, right? Because I feel like... Because if they have a
Really
kennel...
wants a dog.
Yeah, they probably have dogs.
Okay. Oh, man.
I have no idea, but that's like a
Yeah.
a noble thing, right?
Yeah. Sure. And sure enough, this noble will be appearing. Let me grab my... Where's... Blood Lyrium. There you are. NPCs. Noble does indeed arrive. Let me just type it out. And it is a woman. Which I suppose that alone may make Oriana's shoulders relax just ever so slightly.
If noticing how like even more stiff she gets, Feylen, while reading his own book, just passes the book over to Oriana to use it as a face cover. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but you seem even shiftier than usual, so here's a book.
Yeah. And it is a woman who is well dressed, and probably in mid-50s. Has some strong features that don't look Ferelden. She looks like perhaps has a hint of Antivan, maybe Ravani to her. Black hair with some grey. There's definitely some salt in that pepper. And we'll be kind of striding up and just see the general collective and that you are stood with a boy, and then we'll have like a moment of like, yeah, that's it. It seems she recognizes the boy. So that is the picture.
Oh.
Emma,
Yes.
as Oriana relaxes
Yeah.
a little bit, because we're working together, she probably notices Rannan tense.
It's like
Quite a lot.
the anxiety has moved from one thing to the other.
And
It's
Sure
okay,
enough.
guys. I have another book.
Like you hear there's probably like a moment around it where, like, you know how sometimes certain sounds or certain smells will like just immediately click into memory? Even before you necessarily see this person, there's a certain sound of the heels on the pavement that like taps into something, and then you see the approach and the silhouette there, and there is that moment of like, fuck.
Oriana hears Eranan make a kind of like Bethan sex noise. and
We
The
haven't
Bethan sex
released
noises.
that blooper. Nobody knows except us.
You're all welcome. My character in the podcast definitely makes a sex noise at one point.
suddenly, like the wheel of this cart is really interesting as Eranan just ducks down outside.
I think she like leans down beside you, like, oh, yep, we dropped that.
Phelan just stands in front of them, like with his cloak still on, like making his arms a little wider as he reads.
Yeah, you're maybe like,
Stretching it a little
oh,
bit.
maybe do I have something in my? I'm just
Like,
gonna
I'm looking for something. Oh.
We're all so slick.
Yeah,
Like
Kana's
this,
very
I'm
smoothly and
looking.
subtly going like,
It's really something like the fuck is going on.
I don't say
yeah.
anything, but I do clutch Oriana's hand like quite tightly.
Uh-huh.
I wish Bev was
we-
observant because this would be so funny, but she's not.
It would.
This is
Again,
happening
this is
behind
happening-
Bev.
It's now gone ever so slightly soft focus because the camera
Yeah.
is now panning into you and Aiden and this woman, as Ban Millicent Arkwright approaches and gives Aiden a little smile and looks to you and be like, "Hello.
Hi. You must be who I'm here to meet.
Yes, Ban Arkwright. You can call me Lady Millicent. That's fine. This is the young man. Oh, you've grown since last I saw you." And she like pats his head, and he looks very pleased with himself. I'm assuming we need this to be somewhat subtle. I'm willing to show yourselves, and kind of like we'll note like clock kind of like nearby. Maybe like you'll doing the like math lady meme of what the hell is going on here, and then clock that the woman is looking at you and like lock eyes with her. She has a very commanding presence. You know those women that have like sort of teacher vibes and also like mommy vibes and also like yes ma'am.
Yeah,
huh,
Yeah.
I'm getting
I'm
that.
familiar.
You and your party are welcome to come and join. I imagine you've been on the road for a while. We can provide some refreshments while we get the little one here sort of settled in.
We have been traveling a while. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Excellent.
Bev is a little tense.
I think
Oriana
if
can
Oriana,
just hear-
good.
yeah, like if
Bev-
Oriana hears that and is with Errata and just like
Uh-huh.
we can just make up that we have to go get lodgings.
Phelan is going to interrupt Bev.
Mm.
Bev, I have to go just move around the check out what's happening with the alienage. Do you mind if I and some of the others go while you get settled in?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Are you gonna know where you're going?
Yes.
That's what Ronan is for, right?
I have a guide. I have a friend.
And they know where my estate is. Great. And then we'll just turn around to Beverly.
Right. Okay.
I have
Said-
people who can
yeah.
carry the belongings.
I thought she was gonna say the Jessicas, the mules.
No.
Just
Picks up Jessica.
Kana, you should go with Bev, and we'll meet you there.
Yeah, I was. All right, that sounds good. Are
Yeah.
you guys gonna be okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, let's
The-
get going
yeah.
then. Bev just grabs Kana.
Ow.
did
I
not
feel like
see
she knows
you.
enough to read the weird
Yeah.
vibe going on and is like, all right, I'm gonna let you guys handle this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and she does indeed have a couple of people that will come over and pick up Aiden's things, and they just sort of like go off ahead of you guys, knowing where they're going.
Mhm.
Phelan's been like leaning on like a thick post that like Aaronon's behind with like part of his like cloak open while he's
Mhm.
also reading a book, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Very
waits.
casual.
Yeah, and just waits for a few moments and then just like, she's gone. What the fuck's happening?
I think that all that time Arana has just been like kind of whispering, just like, why? And she'll sort of get to her feet. It's like, how many Bannerons in Denerim are there? Why?
I
Okay.
don't know anything about Denerim and how it's run, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Oh, I can't
Those are
avoid this
bad
because we have
noises,
to go and
yeah.
talk to. Oh, we have to go and see Bev. Okay, right. Alienage, is it?
Yeah, I suppose. Do you know
I'll-
where she lives?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
GM, do I know any just general details of Van Millicent?
You may have encountered and seen at shindigs. She's not one of the horrible or cruel ones or anything like that. She's a lady who a lot of it. The thing about the Dragon Age world and the way that Ferelden runs specifically as a nation is that you can have men and women who are ruling, but as a general rule, it is usually men. So she is a woman typically surrounded by, you know, men who are in power and needs to let them know that just because she's a woman. So she carries herself with quite a lot of command so that the men are quite aware and put on their place if
Mhm.
they need to be put there. So she has a commanding presence and she doesn't take any shit.
Mhm.
But you don't know any. You certainly haven't gotten any bad vibes from her.
Yeah, yeah.
The times
So
that
she
you've kind of
probably-
encountered.
Gotcha.
I'm still holding your hand, Oriana. I look at you.
Yeah.
You okay about heading in to the alienage? Because
Oh,
we
um,
we can keep to the back streets. Keep your hood up.
honestly, I'm honestly fine with it. I don't know how fine with it they will be. You know, two humans walking in, but yeah, I'll make sure to keep y'all safe.
Yeah, about
It's
walking
fine.
in. It's not going to be easy.
No, it's
I don't
locked
think
off,
they're
isn't it?
letting anyone in or out.
I know someone who might be able to get us in.
Okay. Trust you. And she's
Okay.
gonna give your hand a real tight squeeze. Like she's not letting go until you do.
I kind of give. I sort of mouth a thank you.
Phelan's just he next to you, like, I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
Do you want me to
if
go or?
I think once because Orion will probably see like the, you know. I'm so sorry that it's so loud I can't think.
I really thought my.
No, I know that's why
I'm
said
like,
it,
I need
so
to send a
sorry.
note about something in character, and I thought I was muted. Carry
Love
on.
you very much, but I was like I can't.
Can't think.
Yep, very very noise sensitive. Anyway, noticing kind of Phelan's reaction just because she promised to, you know, help you out and keep you in the loop and stuff. Just both Aranan and I have reasons that we don't particularly like being in Denerim.
I figured that much.
Yeah, and we'll do our best, but we'll be here.
I mean, if you're sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I came to
Phelan.
make sure y'all got here.
I
I
can
need to-
try and find a way in the alienage myself.
I need you to find someone.
Me? Okay.
There's an elf.
That I am.
No. My contact is an elf,
Oh.
and I think if you want to get into the alienage, they'll be able to get you in.
Okay. Where would I find them?
So you're gonna find them. It's a pretty dodgy tavern called the Flying Goose. If not there,
Okay.
then maybe the brothel, the Pearl.
Buffalo Tavern? Okay. He's making it's like it was called the Dodgy Goose.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Pearl, which is the brothel. Okay, he's making a mental note of this.
It's a
Goose,
dodgy
the Pearl.
tavern called the Flying Goose, but I think
the
Phelan
Flying
remembers.
Goose.
I
What
think-
dodgy gooses? Yeah.
But I love the idea that Phelan hears it as the dodgy goose.
Yeah. Okay, the Dodgy Goose.
Perfect.
Okay.
He's
That's
called
what
Rylan.
he hears. Rylan. Okay.
And just say that Aranan sent you, and if anyone can get you in, it'll be him.
Okay.
And Phelan, say hi to him for me.
I will. Is there anything we need to give him to tell him or to pass on?
Yeah.
Cuddle.
Aran's gonna.
Sorry, Karen.
I don't know if I can do that.
Aran's gonna take off one of her rings and
Yeah.
hand it to you.
Mm-hmm.
He'll wear it for safekeeping. He doesn't trust pockets; they get holes in them.
That they do,
Yeah.
and they get picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rylan, Brothel, Pearl, Dodgy Goose, Dodgy Tavern, Flying Goose. Got it.
It's just like the emblem is just a goose with the knife, you know, from that goose game.
That's
Like
what's in his
carrying a
head right
knife in their
now.
big, yeah.
Peace was never an
Dodgy
option.
goose. Yeah. The dodgy goose. It's gonna shank you. Okay. Alright. So Phelan has been given a mission.
I think we watch Phelan leave, like, you know, your child on the first day of school, and I just look at Oriana. I'm like, I don't know if I like sending
I'm
him off into
a
dinner
little-
by himself. But
I am a little worried, to be honest. Like, I
Have
kind of
y-
feel like we should stalk and watch him for a bit.
have you agreed on a meeting point or told Phelan where he's going after he has gained this information?
No,
'Cause
he's
I
already
don't think
off.
Phelan doesn't know where Bev and Kana have gone.
Phelan doesn't know where anything is in Denerim.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that.
Just a little guy in a big city.
We should
I
we
think
should
if
follow
that's
him.
the case, then we will.
Little guy,
we
big
would
city.
have like factored that into the conversation.
You could
So-
draw a little map because you'd probably be quite good at that.
I absolutely will. I'll
you
take
draw
out
a
some
map.
yeah, some makeup,
Yeah.
and I'll sort of scribble a map, and I will name the estate
Yep.
or where he can go and find Beverly at Millicent Arkwright's.
Are
I
you guys
think on the
gonna be
map-
heading out?
For a while.
Oh. Yeah.
I've been in
Yeah.
Denerim 5 minutes and already, yeah. But we'll be back.
Okay. Here, and he's going to take he's got a few bracelets. A lot of them are handmade, and he's going to take two of them. One is more green and the other one has more red in it. And he's going to put them on your hands. You can give them back when we see each other again.
Yeah, we'll do.
Can I give you a hug? Sort of draw you in. Thank you. And look
Yeah.
after yourself.
Takes a moment, but he relaxes into it and gives you a hug.
And I'll step back. I won't give you, too big a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick above table, DM,
Mm-hmm.
are we heading out? Like, are we going to be able to see the group in a moment? Oh, sorry, there's cat.
Bev and Kana are going to be getting Aiden settled in, so and they're not necessarily going to know where the two of you are. But you do have something that you and Iranan had discussed about possibly doing while the group are dealing with Denerim things.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to try and find them first, or if you want to just pass on a message and dip while you can. That's your call.
I think.
Aranan is basically going to do what you need, Oriana. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we should spend more time, and I don't think you really want to go to her house, right?
we're going to have to, if I want to see Bev, but for now, no, let's do this.
Gotcha. Phelan, Oriana is going to do her little, like, very gentle hands and grab yours. Phelan, thank you for this, by the way, but I'm just going to tell you, and you can tell the others quietly if you wish. There's a noble here by the name of Bryce Calden. He's a merchant. If you happen to run into him, just don't talk to him and don't mention me, okay?
Okay.
Just keep your eyes open, okay?
And
I
Phelan,
will.
I'm sorry. One more request.
It's okay.
We're going to be gone for a few days, and could you please try and urge the others to secure a boat to have that sorted? We may need to leave quickly and I won't have time.
Yeah, I'll make sure we secure a boat.
Thank you.
I
Sure.
think Oriana will even give you her share of the 14 silver that she got. So you should have 28 added instead
Okay.
if you need anything.
Remember to sell what you have. Take it on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
And on your map, she's going to mark back roads too through Denerim
Yeah.
if you need it.
Okay. He'll as he's watching you as you're drawing it, he's very much studying it. Like trying to commit it to memory in case he loses the map. I'm giving Phelan a little bit of me, which is sometimes I have semi-photographic memory. I can vaguely remember something visually. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but he will hold both your hands, one each. I have two hands. And say, you two be careful. Okay?
You too.
Can I know where you're going to go in case we need to come look for you?
Look to Oriana.
Can you lie?
I think so.
Would it not be easier for Phelan if he just says he doesn't know?
That's
can say
what
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
know.
That's why I'm wondering if you can lie. I'm wondering if I should tell you in case someone asks.
I can lie.
I'm from a town called Penstow. It's southeast of here along the coast. That's where we're going.
Okay. We'll get there if anything happens. Maybe should I expect 2 or 3 days and then we will look for you, or how many days?
I think it's going to take about 4, right?
If you, and given the two people that you are, for most people it might be 2 days to go up and around the little sort of peninsula end. But the pair of you are very adept at traveling in wilderness, and you could cut through that little northern tip of the Brazilian forest, which could be roughly a day there and back if nothing bad happens. But you may want to give yourself some time when you get there to spend with your mum. So 3 days is more reasonable, I suppose.
We'll convey that to Phelan. Just,
Yeah.
I'm hoping the trip will be that. Muted, Phelan.
Alright. Do you want to
You
meet
can-
somewhere specific within 3 days then? That Flying Goose, maybe.
Oh,
I don't think the Pearl would be the most appropriate.
and I don't think y'all are staying at the noble's house, right? Van Millicent?
Kind of give you a look, but I don't say anything.
How about the chantry board or something?
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay.
I'll let the others know. You two be safe, okay?
Yeah.
We
Thank
will.
you, Phelan. Be careful.
I will be.
Yeah.
So Oriana, given that, will just look at you, Aranon, and just okay, let's resupply and get going. Unless there's something
Yeah,
else you want to do.
okay. I kind of do that. I'd sort of walk with you, but keep turning, watching Phelan go, and then finally settle on the direction with you.
Yeah, we don't want to be those parents in the bushes. Are they okay?
Just
Phelan does pretty well actually weaving through people because he's I'm small, so
Yeah.
he's mastered the weaving. Especially, I don't know if it happens to other neurodivergent people that you're really good at like dodging things and
Yeah.
moving through people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very good. So, our two soon-to-be intrepid adventurers once more head out I can presume, Eranin, you are heading for the small farmstead that is just at the outskirts of the walls to fetch your things. You're finally reunited with your things, Eranin. Do you want to tell us what all you have there? You get to like a hidden stash of loot.
Not really. It's not a huge. It's more that she was traveling. She was purposefully traveling on foot because she had the intention of like going home, and she didn't really want to take
Yeah.
a cart through the Kakari wilds and all the rest of it. So
Mhm.
when she travels around kind of Ferelden, she does tend to go like with a slightly larger pack. So she also has a cart. She also has a donkey.
Yeah.
Um,
Not also called Jessica, one can
I was
presume.
about to ask.
no,
Yeah.
no, he's a humpy little boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that his
So
name? Humpy
gotta
Little Boy?
keep- Humpy little boy.
Engelbert
Keep him away
Humperdinck.
from the Jessicas. Yeah, Engelbert definitely. that's
Engelbert.
fine.
Not
Okay.
Engelbert
Okay.
Humperdinck.
Yeah. Yeah. Humper Donkey.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you,
That
voice
was
of God.
great.
Yeah. We love it.
But it's basically she has quite a like a bell tent sort of thing, so it's enough for sleeping and eating and entertaining.
mhm.
But her longbow as well and arrows and just bits and pieces like that.
All right. You're able to gather your things and set off for a journey. It's going to be a slightly wild journey for the pair of you, but not impossible with how adept you both are. For the two that are heading to the essentially summer estate of Van Arkwright, you are led inside. Aiden's things have already vanished up to whatever room he's going to be staying in for the time being. And she will show you into a room where she knew to expect travelers, and knowing that she was coming out to meet you has made sure that there's things set on. So there's various like snacky feeds, like bitties rather than a set meal, things to pick
Yeah.
at depending on your tastes and your hunger levels, and then like refreshing drinks and what have you. And she will turn to give you both a smile, especially if she kind of has Aiden sent off to find the room he'll be staying in. How has your travel been?
Well, it's been rough, but nothing too out of the ordinary for anyone else coming up from the south, I think.
We have been hearing things.
I think
Some
all
have,
things considered, it's been pretty smooth.
yes. Some have already started to arrive. It's troubling news. The whole city is, well, abuzz with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Many good soldiers have been lost to this already.
They have, and it seems most people from the south, like ourselves, seem to see Denerim as the last safe haven. So, thank you for your hospitality, for watching Aiden.
Of course, Leonis, he wrote with somewhat of a plea, but it was not necessary. I'm happy to help shelter. I'm familiar with him, and that was the least I could do. Are you going to be staying here with him while we wait?
Looks to Kina.
I think you should, for sure. Get the time with him that you can. I should probably see myself out. give you guys some space.
Oh, you're welcome to stay as well. I'm assuming the hope is that members of Southreach, Leonis as well, will be with us before long, all going well. He has his own place here, but is not currently staffed, given that all of his staff are down there with him.
Right.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. I guess I'll talk with my rest of my friends and see what they want to do. But I'll let them know though. I appreciate the offer, for sure.
All right. Well, we'll get him settled in and fed. If you have any business, I'm assuming you can. I'm not keeping you here.
I think we have a couple of things to sell at the market, I believe.
Yeah, and want to stop at the rookery and port and start figuring that whole thing out.
Got some errands, so
I understand. Well, he will be safe here with me.
Bev stands there awkwardly, a little hesitant to
Yeah,
to leave.
she's like, she might just take a moment and like before you turn to go. Forgive my potentially impolite question, but are you his mother?
No, I'm not. Walks out of the room.
I think Bev does like relax and laugh at that.
I suppose that's a relief.
I am. Though don't believe it's not necessarily public knowledge, I suppose.
It's just he looks an awful lot like you.
Yeah, he has taken after me quite a bit.
Well, it has allowed him to sound every bit the young Ferelden lad, unlike his father. I know he tries his best to hide the illusion, but he's not fooling anyone.
I think I'm Ferelden enough for the both of us.
I'm glad to hear it. I imagine that cannot be a very easy situation for you.
Right, no, it's not. But thank you for your sensitivity regarding it.
Yes. I will ensure to squash any gossip that may start about such things. People in my household know better. They've learned their lesson in that regard.
Good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Bev walks out of the room.
Sorry,
like,
Mommy.
Right outside.
Yeah.
Like just right outside with her arms crossed, like leaning against the door. They learned their lesson, huh?
Why do you look so excited about it?
I'm not excited. I'm amused. There's a difference. Gosh. You wish.
gosh.
And just...
Hi, Kate. As it's like, you're not wrong.
Hey, that's neither here nor there.
Alright. Should we
Wanna
get
get going?
going?
Does
then?
it have a pulse?
Yeah.
That's a Rannon. I
That's
kid.
fine.
It's
Yes.
also Bev.
Yeah.
I love hearing Kate in the back.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's our studio audience. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we get going into Denerim.
Yeah. hope our friends are okay.
I
I don't
think
know what
someone is
that was
learning
all
their
about.
lesson right now. That's
Someone is learning their lesson, yeah.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now, Kana, you were wanting to head to the rookery, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. You are... We'll follow you there. We're assuming, Beverly, are you going to follow?
yeah. I'll go with.
Okay.
And as we're walking, Bev will just kind of look over at Kana. Have you ever been to Denerim before?
Yeah. This is usually where I pass through to get to Kirkwall. Not that I go often, but yeah, I passed through a couple times.
I don't think I've ever been farther north than Southreach. Didn't really hit me when we were leaving, because, we had Aiden, and we knew that the bandits were coming up, so we were a little distracted. But
Yeah,
it's
no kidding.
the farthest from home that I've ever been.
Wow. Well, welcome to. It's usually a little cleaner. Usually people are more laughing, less stressed than this, but
I think they can smell the country
Fine.
bumpkin on me.
probably.
Good, I wouldn't want them thinking I'm anywhere other than
Civilized.
what I am.
Oh man. I don't know. I don't know the town very well, or I'd try to give you a tour. The docks are that way. I don't heckin' know.
We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll grab a drink or something.
The most important part of any city tour.
Yeah, is you got to know what the local brew's like.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure there's plenty to choose from.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
3 already that we passed. Like,
Yeah. I'd like
Something
to
about a goose?
I guess, yeah. Speaking of beers and brews, it perhaps just kind of catches up to you, Beverly, that, well, you don't suppose your family's ales have necessarily made it quite this far. They probably sell things that are a bit more international, continental, fancier things in Denerim, perhaps, or
Mhm.
local, and might make you think of family, some that you're unsure of their fates, and that you may have a brother here.
that's in the plan, is to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
I don't know where to start looking. It's a big city.
it's a heckin' big city. Yeah, big metropolis. The rookery, at least, is easy enough to find. Heading in towards the sort of central town square where the market is. It is also where you can see the Chantry building, which is one of the taller buildings here. You are noticing that because there are a number of people who have estates, and certainly there's the main keep, that there's larger buildings here than perhaps the settlements certainly you've ever been to, Beverly. Kenai, you're a little more used to this. But you're able to make your way to said rookery and inquire about a message that may have been left with your name on it. And indeed there is one. I have the text of it
God.
to give to you.
I'm gonna cry.
I do love making the players read them themselves, you know. It makes me...
Yeah.
Definitely haven't given someone emotional damage that way before.
Laugh
You
at
okay?
my pain, Kate.
You okay,
All of
Tari?
her
You
pain.
okay? Yeah.
It's cool. I'm fine. It's cool. It's fine. I'm just gonna go run now. Thanks.
I was about to say, I wonder who that was.
Yeah. This is a fairly sizable note, because obviously whatever it is has to be of a decent size that a raven could take it, so they're not going to take like full-on letters. But written out onto a scroll is a message for you from home. It is sent to you. Feel free to read it yourself before you read it out loud. It's up to you how you want to deal with... I'm not the kind of teacher that makes everybody read out loud in class, like, cold. But you do get that message. and Beverly, you may notice that there's a few things. In fact, can you roll me a perception check, Beverly? If you have a focus that you feel applies to things that are visual, let me know. If
Well,
not,
no,
just
I
perception.
definitely don't have a focus in perception. So
Yeah.
I should have, if it's hearing, I should have disadvantage,
Yeah.
if that's a thing, or a negative.
DC isn't like super duper high.
Well-
never mind. Well,
How's
never
a
mind then.
9? How do you feel
Yeah.
about a 9?
I feel great about 9. You see a few people who are like coming here concerned, maybe with messages to send, a bit of worry in their face, hastily writing notes, people reading things. There's a couple you can see that have just read something, and one of them is now sobbing. We love that. And there's a few various posters and signs up in this area that a few people are looking at as well. It's an area of like, it's an information hub, usually, this rookery. But Kana, you have read your note. Do you wanna read to the class?
Sure. It says, "Good to hear from you, Kenna. Rain is well, and she'll be kept safe here. Sounds like Ferelden is dangerous right now. Depending on how long this lasts, we may move on. Some of the others are talking about heading back underground. Light on the surface means our passages are safer than ever. I'll hold off as long as I can so you can get here. Don't want to tell Rain the truth just yet. She'll get all bullheaded and want to come find you herself. You know how she is." And it's not signed, but I am assuming this is from Dirk.
You recognize the writing, yep, because that certainly wasn't Rainy herself.
No. Which, you know, if you could just, talk to her about it instead of hiding things from her. Maybe, explain to her she shouldn't run off. We could just treat her like a person. Anyways, at least she's okay.
I'm assuming that Kana's just mumbling this as Beverly says
Yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
She'll like look away from like the wall of posters. I'm assuming.
Frickin' Dirk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
No, it's fine. I wrote to Rainey, and he decided that it was his best parenting call to intercept the letter and reply to it for her and not tell her the truth about what was going on for her
He would though, wouldn't
protection and safety. Yeah, he would though. He has no respect for his own fucking daughter. Anyways, she's safe.
That's good.
And they're talking about going underground. Like,
Don't these things?
I mean,
Don't these things come from underground?
That's what I'm saying. Do they not remember our history? Like, goddamn. I just people's memories are so short.
Yeah, I always find it fun when you encountered people who had those conversations, because like the Deepers were quieter than they usually are, because so many of them are up on the surface. Quiet does not mean empty, but you know what? It's fine.
It's just, at least they're gonna wait for me to get there.
Do you know what you're gonna do?
Punch Dirk in the face and
I mean, after that.
move on from there. Yeah. No, I have no idea. I'm sure as hell not heading underground.
Just take Rainy and be like, sure, great. Enjoy underground. Bye. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I don't know much about dwarvish culture, but from what you've told me, they don't really welcome people from the surface.
No, I mean, maybe it'll be different because of so many refugees. Maybe they'll be a little more understanding than usual, but
Bev makes a face, but she doesn't
they're not
want to
gonna
say
be
something
comfortable.
racist. So...
They're not gonna be comfortable, They're not gonna. It's not gonna be open arms if they do welcome people in. Freaking caste system bullshit. Anyways, I'm
Good
just
to know
glad
that
she's
she's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
guess
know
we can get to work on that boat and make sure you can see her soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Yep. Especially
I'm
because
sorry,
it's ringing in your
Aaron
head. No, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Just ringing in your head the like choice of words of "will wait as long as I can."
Yeah, you've.
It's a choice of words.
Uh-huh. Suppose I should write back to. Hold on, before we head out, let me send a note back so that he knows I'm on my way and doesn't get any bright ideas. Hold on, and she'll
Yeah, of course. And Bev will
scribble a
just
scroll.
spend the time like kind of just like looking at the wall of, I assume there's a lot of missing posters.
Yeah, there sure is. There sure is.
Yeah.
You can
I
take
already
your
rolled,
time.
so like yeah, you don't have
You
to.
you rolled it, so it might not have jumped out at you, but if you're having a rummage through them, and perhaps like just to sort of like punctuate, you can hear the furious writing. You know when people are like writing something and there's clearly some emotion in what they are writing. So you hear the rather furious and heavy-handed scribbling on a bit of paper.
She's really dotting those I's.
Yeah. There's like a moment where you're like,
Fucking chill. So good.
you're just head tilts a little and nah. There's a moment where one of them, the face looks a little familiar, but not fully familiar. So you're like, could be anyone, and it's a drawing. It's not like we don't have photographs necessarily. So it's a head tilt, looking for someone who's been missing.
How familiar do they look?
You know, if you imagine that a certain someone had a slightly, perhaps, cleaner appearance, smiley face, a decent hairdo with a long pleat, but there's just something about the features and the eyes, general shape, that feels familiar to Oriana, but not exactly the same.
It's kind of weird. I don't think Bev fully understands why, but there is this like spark of like that maternal instinct that we had mentioned a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Because every single time that she's interacted with Oriana, it's been like, I want to hide, I don't want to be seen.
Yep.
And this
It's
triggering that memory, she's going to reach out and just take it off the wall, fold it up.
So Kanaz not gonna see it again.
Give us time.
Great. Cool.
You know,
fine.
yeah. So you just take it, fold it, put it in pocket, and just now have that name Artis stuck in your head. But it's away. It's safe. It's not on this wall anymore. And you're able to get your note of Kana. What do you say in this? Just to finish us off before it's break time, please.
The gist. I will actually type up a proper note for you
okay.
at some point. But
Okay.
the gist of it is, I'm here in Kirkwall. I got your note. I am on my way as soon as I can secure a boat. Please wait for me to get there, and we can discuss what to do as a family. And you know, you make your own parenting decisions, but please at least tell Rainy that I am safe and on my way, and we'll get into it another time.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, you heavy-handed full stop as you go to put it in, pay the cost,
Sorry
get
about the
it
holes.
sent to the Raven. Yeah. And with that sweet full stop on that note, we will go to our break, everybody. We're going to be taking 10 minutes to stretch. I really need to stretch my legs because I'm in pain. A little bit of hydration, settle ourselves, get our geese in a row for the second half. So please do come back and join us in 10 minutes, everybody. Bye. Hey. Hi, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Did you get a break? I had to stretch my legs and then very ominously was stood right next to my camera.
It was great. Fantastic.
Yeah,
10 out of
that
10.
that threatening energy gone now. I'm sure everything will be super happy, smooth sailing from the rest of the episode. So, we're gonna be diving back in. We're in Denerim. Two people have managed to make a quick exit to go and deal with some things. One is just a little guy, just a happy little guy out in the real big city. To go and find some. I'm sure Phelan will do great going somewhere that he doesn't know with
When
people.
Bev finds out that the Phelan is just alone.
Yeah. Yeah, going to meet a stranger in a shady bar. I love this.
No.
I love it.
Or a
It's great.
brothel.
It's or a brothel, right? I mean,
Hey,
either
I
or.
worked
This
at
is...
that brothel. Can we
That's
just?
my son.
Hey, mom.
No, it's great. It's I love it as a choice. So that's happening. Bev and Kana just came away from mommy, and went to the rookery. Read a note where ex-partner got an ex-partner. Some people are just dicks. So Dirk was dicking, and it got a passive aggressive note in reply, as he deserves. So we're starting off with our Denerim people. We're gonna now fly in behind Phelan. How are you getting on, Phelan? How are you feeling as you walk through this real big city?
It
Full of
sure
people?
is. I just want everyone to know that up until where were we before where we started?
Lothering.
Lothering's the biggest place you'd ever been to.
Yeah,
And
a
after
little
that, it
village.
was Southreach.
Phelan's just walking down the street, swinging the snake. Just
No, it's like Shrek. It's like the turning into a little
balloon
balloon.
animals,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got blow up snakes. Yeah.
That's what we Dalish do for birthday parties.
Please
Yeah.
don't write that into canon.
No, he's walking through the city and he's not running. He's walking. You see one hand is still in his book. He can't hold his staff at the moment because it's very like, I'm a mage. He's like, it's just in my back. So the whole thing of the book is like almost comfort, like having something to like squeeze. He's no longer reading. He hasn't been reading it for a while. There's probably indents of fingers on there.
It's great. It's like the scene in Elf when Buddy first gets to New York, but take away the childish wonder and put in place instead autistic anxiety.
Yes,
that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, his face is just like stone solid, but his head is like, I have no idea where I'm going. But he's trying to use the map and kind of like, it's okay. You can make your way through the woods. You can make your way through a city. Making my way downtown. The woods don't have signs. Cities do. It can't be that hard. Men can do it.
Yeah, if a human can do it, I can do it.
I am aware that Phelan is a man. But yeah, no, he's actually kind of taking his time going through the map, looking at street signs, constantly wondering if he should ask for help and telling himself that he won't because he doesn't want to talk to people. And probably eventually we'll have to ask for help because he can't find. I can roll to see if he finds it by himself, but
sure. This would be, I guess, survival tracking.
I don't have tracking.
It's in perception then.
Yeah. Perception. Okay.
Yeah.
13. That's not bad.
That's okay. You're starting to get. You're pretty sure you've crossed some things that are on this map that you're like, right, that is definitely that type of building, and it's next to that one. So this, okay. So I understand where I'm at here.
I'm connecting the dots.
It's like you're in the right area, but the exact street and the exact building, you're like, oh, I'm a little unsure
Yeah.
of myself. But if you walk a little bit, are you going to take the time just to do each of these streets until you see something that has the right sign?
Yeah.
And also, are you going to the? It's now called the Dodgy Goose because why not? It's the Flying Goose, but your head.
Yeah. It's Dodge a Goose.
um, are you looking for the goose or are you looking for the pearl? Because you were told you could be in either.
Honestly, it's whatever pops up first. I kind of
Phelan's-
think it'd be funny if it was the pearl first.
Choose the funnier one.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you're standing outside the Flying Goose, looking at the sign, going, "No, that's not it."
That's not
And
it.
go
Yeah.
to the pearl.
Yeah. No, must be like a sister tavern. I don't know.
Hmm.
We'll say the pearl because it's funnier.
Okay.
Like lounge
Yeah.
bar.
It's signposted, this one certainly. And I don't think they actually have this as the signage, because when you look at the pearl like on the maps of Denerim, it just makes it look like almost like a crystal ball, I think. But in my mind, much like the blooming rose, is a rose that is starting to open, and it's absolutely labia majora. Let's just be honest. That's a vagina. So I think the pearl is like a pearl sitting in like an oyster.
A half open,
An
but
oyster.
like oyster.
Yeah,
But
an
like
oyster
it's
is a-
like it's not open like this. It's open like this.
yeah, yeah. Because we love that for them.
I'm gonna
Um,
design that logo now.
Ah, we love that. So you're able to go in, and you will see that this is a high-end place. This is really fancy. You don't know what you might expect about what a brothel is. Has anyone actually explained to you? Would you? Does
There's no
Feylen know what a
broth.
brothel is? There's no broth. Where's the soup?
That's one of my favorite.
Where's the soup?
Yeah.
Where's the
That's one of my
broth?
favorite lines from Dragon Age 2 is when you walk into the brothel, either Meryl or Carful will go,
Yeah.
why do they call it a brothel? There's no
Yeah.
broth.
There's no broth.
I'm
I
gonna
love
roll
that.
for this. If it's lower than 10, no. If it's higher than 10, then yes.
Okay.
It's a
What if
10.
it's 10? Now the universe implodes.
Okay.
No, because he's not been in a town where there's a brothel before,
Yeah.
and it's not called a brothel in Dayla. It's just called sex.
So right. So it's you know that it is a brothel that is called the Pearl, and you have arrived, and it looks real fancy. And when you kind of walk in, there's like a moment where, like, if we're being honest, this is why we have the note that we have at the start of every episode. Some things, fantasy racism exists in this world. I am afraid, okay? And normally I do my best to avoid it, but there is going to be a moment where this little innocent-looking lost elf walks into a brothel in a human city, and they're going to look at you like, "Are you a new start? I don't... Do you work here?"
That's fair.
So the
I'll
people
take
at
it
the
as a
door are gonna look
compliment.
confused. And you can see
Sure.
there's like an entrance area where, like, it's essentially like a reception desk in a way, where they can kind of maybe take a coat, ask you what you need before you're led into the main building itself, and they will look at you a little confused and ask, are you a new start here? Are you here to work?
No, I'm looking for someone.
Okay.
Should I be
You-
working?
Why don't you come over here? Yeah, he'll lead you to a little door that leads into like the area where he is standing working, and not into the brothel itself.
I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna make it.
Yep. Who is it that you're looking for?
I'm looking for someone named Rylan.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I will go. Is he expecting you?
No. I've never met him before.
What? Can I ask why you were meeting him?
He's a friend of a friend, and I have a message to pass on.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you armed at the moment? We leave weapons at the door here, I'm
We already
afraid.
know that Phelan's got two. That's how he held both of our hands.
I
Yeah.
have two actually.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna take the dagger that's totally useless to him and just hand it to them.
Thank you. I will place it over here. You will get it when you're way out.
Thank you.
There's only one type of weapon people walk into this building with, and turns around and walks and just assumes that you're following them. They just also assume that you will get that joke,
Yeah.
which
No,
perhaps you will
they
not.
don't.
No.
He does not.
Nope. And you will be led in, not through the sort of main entrance that customers and clients seem to walk through into the brothel at large. You are instead led through the area where this person is, out a door, down a corridor, and in towards an area that looks, it's borderline banquet hall in a way, and that there's like a big table here. It seems that people can like eat. There's a few smaller sort of tables at the side of a big fireplace. There's some talking and drinking, and there's people sitting around. There are a couple people in here who are scantily clad, not quite fully scandalously clad, but you know, in their
He doesn't wear
undies.
shoes. He's not gonna, you know.
I don't wear shoes. The fact that you're not wearing clothes is okay to me. These two are the same.
It's just their version of not wearing
People,
shoes.
yeah, people can just
cultural.
have it.
Maybe this is a
yeah.
Denerim thing.
Maybe
Like,
this is a Denerim thing.
It's a Denerim thing. People take
Yeah.
off their coats
Yeah.
fully.
Yeah, because if they're eating soup, it gets hot. It makes sense.
Yeah. So you get hot. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to spill hot soup on like a bare chest, though. You know.
That's true.
But
as well.
that's their problem.
That's their problem, not mine.
Humans, am I right? Okay, so
These are so weird.
you're led through and towards an elven gentleman. Definitely has the mark of a city elf because no Valasleen on his face. And just you've started to notice that there's just a general way of dressing and being for a lot of city elves. This guy has a bit more of a slick style, has like a leather coat on that's mostly on. It's slightly open because it's like, we're warm, we're comfortable, we're chilling here. I'm not necessarily wearing my jacket indoors, but equally it looks dope because he's got like this big popped collar with like a fur lining on the inside, and wrappings on his handies and his fingies, sitting, drinking, and chatting to a couple people, and you're just sort of like marched up to him, and he will stop and look at you and be like, "Who dat?" And you can see a shock of dark brown hair, warm brown eyes. He's got the skin tone of someone who is outdoors a lot, you know, kind of tanned, a bit sun-kissed. This is Rylan for those, although I think everyone here has actually seen him, but that's here for my player's sake. And he will just give you a bit of a glance. Hi.
Hi.
Who are you?
Are you Rylan?
I am, yeah.
With the X. Oh, I am a friend of Aranan's.
Oh, Iranin.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
Good. Just left.
Yeah, yeah, is she back in the city?
Very briefly.
Oh. Not been gone that long.
There's a lot that's been going on.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, fuck. Did you guys run into the old blight?
There's a bit of like 1,000 yards there for a second. And just
That's a yes. Take a seat. You want a drink?
Sure. Just sits.
What you wanting?
Water?
Oh, okay. Just a jug over there.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can see that there's one of those, you know, jugs for the table with some glasses near it that you can help
It's got a
yourself to.
cucumber in it.
Yeah. Wedge of lemon.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll pour some water. It's been a lot of time walking through the city, so he just downs it. I got lost a few times.
Thirsty lad, huh? So, what are you here for?
Uh, I arrow 4 was
Is that like a
no, that's just me.
You just
Satan
a buffering
Feylen
symbol,
crap
dial-up
like
tone.
yeah.
We heard a few things were happening here in the alienage. First, she wanted me to give you this and to say hi, and he'll take a ring off and give it to him.
Is she not in the city anymore?
It was a brief stop.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I heard that there was some issue with the alienage, and I wanted to see if I could offer any medical services.
Medical services. Like what?
Healing people. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it doesn't seem much too different than when our lot get into trouble. People always end up hurt, most likely our people. And you might
Alright.
be getting a lot more people soon.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Southreach is looking to evacuate soon.
Fuck. It's okay. Well, that is good to know. I'm afraid there's not much places to put elves at the moment. Probably make them camp outside the walls, to be honest.
Most likely. I let the Jarl know that there wasn't much place for them to go to. He's just looking around at everyone.
There's a few people who are like drinking and have their own conversations. Some of them look a bit lost in the sauce, despite the fact this is very much during the day.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's an awful lot of information, huh? Are you going to be what? Creating poultices for people? Or are you I'm gonna heal you with the good word kind of person? What are we talking here?
I don't know about healing you with good word. I don't think that would make much sense. I am learning
Inclined
to
to
be
agree.
better
Huh.
with poultices, but you're good friends with Aranon, right?
I am.
Don't like that you're staring at me like that. That's me as a player. I need to stop reading Tush that. There's different ways of healing that are best kept not said out loud.
All right. Fair enough. It may be that your services are needed. I don't know. I mean, thank you for the warning about people coming up from Southreach. I don't think it's not going to be an awful lot of room at the inn, so to speak. Normally, normally they'd be able to open the doors in the alienage, but it's they are very much shut and guarded. So I'm afraid those poor little city elves are gonna have to get used to living in the great outdoors for a bit. Are you city elf? You don't look it, but equally you don't look quite so, intensely Dalish as some that I have met.
I think I technically would be newly made city elf.
Oh, yeah, we've got a few of those as well.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, your help is appreciated, and if you really mean it,
I do.
I could find a way of helping you get in.
And said if anyone can figure it out, it is you.
Well, she's a very wise lady.
She is. I think she needs to talk about her feelings more often.
Oh wow. You would you say that to her face?
Would I or have I?
Both.
I've not said it. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Well, some people will withhold certain bits of information in case it is received wrong.
I don't understand why it would be received wrong when I'm just looking out for her.
Well, I guess you're not wrong, but some people are designed to work through their own things by helping others work through their things, Something therapeutic in that.
I understand. I need people like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about her too much. Has she gone through some things? Shit. I mean, this is all going to be... Oh, fuck.
Well, we kind of went
Her
through...
people are all down there, huh?
Yeah. We all kind of went through seeing a horde of Darkspawn take over our village, so...
Oh, wow. Did you see them up close?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It smelled really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you describe
There was
this...
a huge one that you could hear their steps and their, breathing before you could even see them.
Ogres. Yeah. Big horns?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah. Then there were little ones as well, but,
Yeah. There's, categories, and often it comes to... I'm not going to go into the really grisly details, because trust me, there are a lot of colourful things and gruesome things that I am more than willing to talk to people about. The way in which Darkspawn are created is not one of them. It's nasty, but it depends on the race of the person that it stems from. Some of them are squat because, it's more dwarven, and then you get the lankier ones and they're human and they're fucking ogres. That's Canary, baby! You ever met a Canary? Damn.
I've not, but that's interesting to know that there's different classifications of them.
There really are, yeah, and it's quite fascinating. And the interesting thing I find is that they are able to wear armor and have weapons, which suggests it's a level of technological advancement that's not just brainless monster,
No, they had really gross weapons.
Yeah.
Can you get... No, maybe. No, we're fine.
What?
When I say we saw them up close, we saw them up close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can see the whites of their eyes. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Well, they weren't really whites anymore.
Turn of phrase, but I get it. I understand the sort of conversation we're having here. Go on. What were you gonna say?
How much about Darkspawns? I've been trying to learn about the Blight and Darkspawns.
And you can hear somebody nearby groaning. I know quite a lot, young man. It's something of a specialist area of mine. That and the archdemons, which are dragons, but they are touched by the... It's a whole thing. Fuck me.
I did read
if
about
this is
demons, but not very briefly, just slightly mentioned.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's dragons that sleep under the ground. long slumber, and some people think, roll yourself in. But there are dragons down there, and then the Darkspawn feel a sort of calling and an urge and a desire to go and find them, and when they find them, that dragon is corrupted by the taint, right? The Darkspawn, like, ickies, and then it becomes an archdemon, and then a blight starts. There has been, this is number 5. I shouldn't be excited because, like, it's fucking terrifying being in one and having it that close to my actual doorstep, but at the same time.
It's fucking terrifying.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yes. Especially fighting them and seeing them up close, but it is very interesting. I don't only have like a book or 2 about it, so I haven't really been able to get much information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happened a long time ago.
Hmm.
But, anyway, I don't think you actually came here for that. I do appreciate it. I'll be able to get you in there. Is it just you needing to get in?
I have a few other people, but I don't know if they'll want, or not want, I'm pretty sure they will look pretty helpful people, but they have their own worries.
Okay, well, if they do want to come with you, you let me know, and I will arrange it.
Okay.
But, if it is just you, you let me know when you want to go in, and I'll get you sorted. Can't tell you any more than that, because it is very much need to know only.
Okay. Would you have use of a washerwoman and a smith?
Me personally, always. But but in terms of like in the alienage, don't know. Maybe.
All right.
Washerwoman and a smith. There's a joke to be had there. I am a little too in my cups to really think of one. Very good. Well, if you want to go and like speak to them, see what they think, let me know, and I will hook you up.
Will you be
I
here
will-
again?
Yeah, you know, I had other things to do, but I will, as a service to you so that I can be found easily, I will spend the rest of my day here, so you can find me here.
I'm sure it's very difficult for you.
Mm-hmm. They've got chicken stew on today, you should definitely try it.
So they do have stew and broth here.
Yeah. Best food. Listen, the reason I come to these places is not for the company that one has to pay for. It is instead, you get better food here than you do other places. Breakfast buffets, fucking slaps.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, did something I say not quite get into your head correctly there?
Phelan is trying to see whether he wants to admit that he doesn't know what a brothel is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, this guy has big brown eyes though.
big brown eyes and ADHD.
Yeah, big brown eyes and ADHD.
I have green eyes and a lot of many unsettling things to say. I don't know what this place is.
Okay, for clarification before I answer and insult your intelligence, are you meaning that you walked into this building not sure what its actual purpose was, or do you not know? Do you know what its purpose is and you don't know what that means?
I'm trying to figure out which one it is. No, I think it's he doesn't know what the place is. Yeah,
This
the
is
first one.
This is a brothel.
I know the name.
Well, there we go. So you know that's its purpose. It's a brothel. The name is the pearl. Building, name, the pearl. Service it offers, brothel. It is where people can come in to acquire whatever type of company they need for a time. A lot of the time sexual, but not always. Sometimes it's just company. Sometimes it's someone to just like talk through your feelings. Sometimes you just want someone to stand on your back. You know, crack it out a little bit.
I think a lot of dots are connecting in his
Yep.
head.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
necessarily about things, but about Aranon and this
Yep.
place.
Uh huh.
There was one guy that just liked to eat ramen and play mahjong.
Yeah. Wanted someone specifically to beat them at chess. Like, not just to play chess, but they wanted someone who would specifically beat them at chess. All right. Well, that's what this place is. That's what a brothel is.
Okay.
Some of us just want to come here and get food, and you get the best gossip when you're in a place like this.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
I get the feeling that this time where I should be leaving.
You do not have to. But if you need to check in with your friends, then you could do that. Equally, if you want to stay here. I was going to give it half an hour before I had that stew, but if you want, you can stick around. Or go check with friends, come back, get stew, maybe bring friends. Washerwoman and Smith.
Okay.
Describe them to me.
Well, washerwoman. She is human. She's very strong and has a lot of big commanding presence.
Wood. Next.
And she's also very loud.
It's alright.
Speaking of loud, speaking of loud, her friend, the Smith, dwarf, wouldn't really want to tussle with her at any point in time, which is common for me. He's just gonna motion to himself. He understands he is small and petite and a stick. But I think most people wouldn't want to tussle with her. Also very loud. Makes amazing tools and weapons.
Hmm.
They're both
Very
very
good.
scary sometimes.
Well, that's alright. What about you? What's your story? If you were to describe yourself as if you were someone else.
I don't know. Quiet, I suppose. Are we talking physically or like as a person?
I can see you physically, but you could describe as a person. Describe yourself physically if you want.
I think there's a very much real moment where he just doesn't know what to say about himself.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that much needed to be described, really.
I don't think that's true.
Just a farmhand.
Lots of people that are good with their hands. I appreciate this. The hair thing, is it a confidence thing?
It's more of a hiding something, I suppose. What about your hand wraps?
It's a hiding something sort of thing. They're very sensitive.
Yeah, so it's, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I won't use too much of your time anyway. Thank you for talking with me. And
alright. You're
getting
not
me-
being a bother. I don't mind you using my time, to be clear. You know, it's company. I talk too much and I'm loud and I ramble on about things. So sometimes it's nice to be in company with people that will just sit and listen, if I'm honest.
I mean, I don't talk often, so I feel like it's kind of balances out.
Mm.
Plus, I enjoy talking about dragons and darkspawn, despite everything.
Well, no one else here wants to hear about it anymore. Most of them, I mean, look at that guy's face, and you will see someone who's like, once you said dragons and darkspawn, there's already like the guy is doing the face. That's what I normally get. Especially right now, people are a little touchy about the subject, but I'm like, now's
Yeah.
the time to actually talk about it. Can you imagine? Not only things we can learn by being close up to them, but like you can better prepare against something if you understand
That's what I
it.
was thinking, right?
Yeah, well.
So I haven't really told the other ones I'm reading about the blights yet, so
Okay, well, if you have any questions, you know who to come and find.
I have a lot of questions actually.
Great, I may have too many answers.
No such
Especially if I
thing.
get a few more drinks in me. Ah, well, buckle in, buddy. Anyway, you can go get your friends. Trust me, the shoe is worth it.
Okay, let's do.
Yeah,
I'll go get
I've
my
got a
friends.
friend back there that like put it on the menu, and they were a little self-conscious because they were worried it wouldn't do as well as some of the other menus. And I'm like, no, mate, this chicken stew is really great. So now all I do is tell people come and eat it so that they know how good it is.
Well, you seem like a guy, a man of your word, so
I am. You have to be in a line of business that me and Iran are in. I mean, I'm not fully in the business that Iran is in, but you know.
he'll reach out a hand, to like shake his. It's like Phelan, by the way.
There's like a moment where you see him like look at it, flex his hand just a little. It's almost like he's preparing himself,
Yeah.
and then we'll
He
shake your hand.
He will grab it very, very gently. It's just like just hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, he appreciates that. Gives
Yeah.
a little shake. All right. See you soon, Phelan.
Yeah.
Rylan, you already know that. You came here looking for me.
We did.
Have a good one.
See you soon.
Go find your big, loud, scary friends. See you soon.
We'll give a wave and a smile and head out.
Okay.
I'm just keep finding people to nerd out about things with, so.
Yep. Listen, that man knows how to nerd out. I'm gonna skip ahead just to Iran and Oriana. The timelines that the two groups are having are slightly skewed. You were both. Are you gonna go up and over the coastline, or are you gonna brave it through the Brazilian forest?
I was thinking we'd probably brave it, but also
Mhm.
check on Ronan about that.
100.
Yeah.
Oh. Rogues get to rogue. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then when they're setting up camp, oh, shit, Aiden's got my cinnamon and clove.
Should be snakes all over me.
I can help you with
Where's
that. It's
Phelan when you
okay.
need him?
Yeah.
For a moment, I think Orio's just like, he's not there. Okay, he's not there. Just because always expecting him to be there.
Yeah. You're able to set up something comfortable anyway. The thing about the Brazilian forest is more so than just like being in the tree lines or the roads that you were traveling on. It is dense and wild, and a lot of people don't dare go in there unless you're prepared or know a thing or two about how to survive it. There is often Dalish who will travel through parts of the Brazilian forest. There are people who make their home there. One odd, unusual lady lives in the middle of the Brazilian forest. She's one of my other NPCs. She's great. And yes, Satan is the instance of awareness lady. Awareness. But I imagine Oriana may have been in here before. I mean, given that you stayed in this area, this part of the forest, at least, you're comfortable with, and you would also know that this place, not this part of the Brazilian forest, is far further south than this. But there are werewolves in here. And the kind of werewolves where it's like, you want to give them the wide berth because they may attack you, and then you would, it's not good. It's not a good time. Iranin, have you been into the Brazilian forest much, do you think?
I wouldn't
could-
think as much as Oriana.
No.
I know the Kakari wilds quite well, but when I'm in Ferelden, it's to be around people.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, She does like to get away from it, but it's a little bit out of the way to kind of just do that, given it's dangerous.
There's interesting and beautiful flora and fauna in here. Animals that call it home, and vines growing up trees, and trees that are, that level of big and old, and the trunk is huge, and it has been here for so long. The amount of history this tree has seen is enormous. And you can see why these woods are something that many of the Dalish will come to and live in for a time. Not just because it means getting away from human cities, but also there's just something that taps into the ancient past here. And that is certainly what the elves are. Or were. That has all been lost to time. And not just naturally, but because of stinking humans. But you're able to kind of settle in. Is there anything that you are achieving, looking for, or gathering as you pass through here? Because I know a few of us have spoken about ingredients and what have you. Is there anything that you're trying to look out for while you're here?
I mean, Aranan's always on the lookout for, just basic foodstuffs and herbs and things, but two other things she's specifically looking for are pretty and unusual flowers, if there are any flowering this time of year, which she will store carefully if she finds any. And then any kind of just fallen wood that is good for whittling.
Okay, yeah. I would say you were able to find the basics of what you're talking about. Do you want to do like a natural lore or something like that to see if you can find anything that's rare? So anything extra. You're absolutely going to find good wood for whittling. You're going to find interesting plants and herbs in here. And you can do a little restock of elf fruit.
Wow, that's not great.
So many tabs.
Is there any way I can help? I know it doesn't really have the concept of help in the system. But...
I know, but it's okay. It is my game, and whatever the system says it is can, bend to my will. Yeah, if you want to be helping to look for things and spot things with your eyes, I will allow Iranin to roll again.
Yes, absolutely would help.
Just do another way. Oh, roll, okay. There we go. That's an 18 this time.
Beautiful. Definitely helping then. So, yeah, you can find some flowers here that are a little on the rarer side. You will come across, I'd like to think you come across crystal grace here, which is not an uncommon, like there are parts of Thedas where you can find this and it's not super duper rare, but in the Brazilian forest this side of Ferelden it's a little harder to find that kind of thing. So the fact that you found a little crop of them, and they grow on like these dark brown roots with these beautiful blue flowers with some pink on the inside, they're really gorgeous. So you find a few of those, and let's say for the funsies, because it was an 18 and an 18 is an incredible roll, here in the Brazilian forest it's not easy to find, but it is one of the locations where you can find it. You will find a hunk of wood on the ground, and you can see that there's moss that's kind of grown on it. So you pick it up and you're like, I wonder if this will be interesting. It might need dried out, and peel it off to look. And you see that slightly bluish hue to it. And you're like, fuck me. Did you not just pick up a hunk of ironbark? Ironbark is really hard to find, and ironbark is not something that you can go and like take off a tree. You can only harvest it when it has naturally fallen off because it's so hard. So you found a little hunk of it that was hidden because of the stuff that was growing on top of it. Damn. This will either be useful to you or useful to sell on, particularly to the elves. This is really treasured by the elves, and not many people know how to work it. You tend to have to be Dalish, and it's the master craftsmen who know how to carve it and bend it and shape it into things, and tend to make various bits and pieces out of it. So.
Oh, I know who it's for.
Okay. It's a nice rare find. So you're able to settle in. there's time for a brief conversation if you want one while you're out doing this before we hop back over to the others. I have another thing I'm ending with you guys on, so.
So you know the band Millicent, Mark, right? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I just, yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm just so annoyed with myself. I really
Why?
I wanted to go to the rookery with Kanar, and I wanted to talk to Bev, and I haven't been that nervous and unconfident in a long time, and yeah, I know her. We used to. Well, I don't know if you can really say we were together. I used to call her Daddy. Let's put it that way.
Honestly, I was about to say cut shop, but yeah. She's very pretty.
She's lovely, actually.
Yeah.
But,
She's. I don't know her very well, but I've seen her before in a group of very powerful people. And
Yeah.
she knows how to command it. Yeah.
Well, that she does.
It's very impressive.
To be honest, I'm glad she's looking after Aiden. I just wish I'd had a warning. But I'm probably going to have to go and see her when we head back.
I mean, if you want to.
Depends where the others are. I
Maybe my
suppose.
nerves are rubbing off on you. Sorry.
No, not at all.
I mean, she seems like one of the good ones, at least.
She is. I was a bit of a wreck back then. So yeah, she's a good one. Me not so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, that's not true. And you're helping me on this crazy thing we're going through a forest that we could definitely die in, just so I can go see my mom. So I think
I'll
you're
do
a good
anything for my sister.
one. So if we go in the forest deeper, no, I'm kidding.
So have you ever seen a werewolf while you've been here?
No. To be honest, I thought my mom was just trying to scare me with, stories. Don't go in the woods. There's werewolves. But
Maybe.
from her stories, it sounds like she saw one before.
Yeah, I've heard stories.
Yeah. Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look fine.
Okay.
Are you feeling better now
haven't-
that we're not in the city?
Oh, yeah, a lot. I do feel bad. I did want to tell the rest about things. Just didn't seem like the right time.
It's fine. You got nothing to feel bad about apart from maybe leaving a naive young elf in the middle of a large city. But
I know
hold your
he'll
hand
be
on that one.
Like, he'll be fine, right?
I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'd like to think this is like the perfect moment to be like, he'll be fine, right? As we
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
see him coming out of it transitions beautifully to Beverly and Kana. You will have eventually been able to kind of catch up with Lil Phelan. And
Waves
be
at them.
updated on the fact that there is in fact somebody who could maybe get you in, and perhaps your services are needed for the alienage, right?
Yeah, for the alien.
Yeah, that's what he.
That's where
what
we're
he needs it
going.
for,
That's
right?
what it's for.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to come in and help if you can't or don't want to.
I would
But
love to.
Yeah. Okay. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Out in Southreach, might as well offer the same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rhiannon and Oriana will be back in 3 days.
What?
Hold on. They just left you here in Denerim by
Is that-
They
yourself.
just.
I
They
know
just-
that voice. I know. I understand who I am as a person. I am actually an adult, though.
No,
No,
I'm not saying that. It's just
I'm
that
not-
you've never been in the city before.
Yeah, Bev.
Honestly, I'm not
Oh yeah, I've
as
never
worried
honestly.
about you, but I don't know. You can handle yourself. I can't believe
Lothering
they
was like the
didn't
biggest
say
thing I had
goodbye.
seen. Yeah. Oh, they're coming back. They'll be back.
Yeah,
we just
but
have to take care of some things.
damn.
No, I'm out of
Um,
my depth in this city without Kana.
Well, they drew me a map, and it had
Well, you s-
signs. The woods don't have signs, so if I can go through the woods, I can go through a city.
It's like drawn in
Lothering
lipstick and
didn't have
coal.
signs.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little smudgy now, but I memorized it.
Yeah. I'd like to think that you're
Oh.
like leading them on the way to the pearl, and you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
will see. Now, you have not necessarily been told what the pearl is, but you can see the sign of what looks like a partially opened clam with a little pearl inside of it.
But Bev just like looks at Kana. This is where you were earlier.
Yes. This is
Okay.
where the person who Aranan told me to talk to was. I understand how awkward it
This
is
makes
now that I
sense.
understand what type of business this is.
Kanal will just elbow Beverly and be like, well, don't worry. I'll stick by you. Don't get lost.
Me? Beverly has like
Yeah.
an impish grin on her face.
No, she's just fully just fucking with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah. I am so out of my depth here.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would never
yeah.
know what to do in a brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys get this like a person who's like standing at the door who
Yeah.
will see you come in and then see Phelan and be like, ah, you've returned.
Yeah, Phelan's just gonna wave him. Hello.
Hello. You wanted to come in this way again, or?
Yes, if that's
Okay.
right. Yeah,
Of course. Hello. You've brought friends.
I did. We've heard much about the chicken stew.
Ah, yes. Very good. Well, as I head through, I can place some orders. Do you all want some stew?
Yes,
I would
that'd
love
be
some.
great.
Marvelous. Drinks?
Yeah.
Need a bottle of wine to the
Yes.
table. Okay.
Guess.
Yes.
Very good.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Starts to lead you through, so leaving you guys to your conversation as he's kind of like leading you into the room, and again you can see that this room it's not really a banquet hall, but it's like a big table with multiple chairs and different groupings of people sitting here conversing. There's a big fireplace that's roaring. There is a couple people who are scantily but not scandalously clad, and and Phelan is starting to walk towards Rylan, who is now like
Yeah.
sat back, feet are up, not on table because that would be rude, but definitely up on the chair that's beside him.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I think as they were walking,
Yeah.
Phelan was like, "Oh, he's a pretty nice guy. He knows a lot about dragons and darkspawn, which is pretty cool."
How do you get this information out of people?
We'll see you walk in, sits up and goes, aha, ooh. The washerwoman? The smith. Did I get it
Is he
right?
pointing to the right
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
He just smiles and nods.
I
am
see you
so
told them about
observant.
it.
Hi, yep.
Hope
Only
we live
good
up to
things.
expectations.
You certainly do. Come, join. I have drinks. Here, mostly to hold up a bottle of wine and shakes it. Yeah, there's enough in there. There you go.
I
So
won't
we
say no to
ordered
that.
another.
Nice. Yeah. He knows the kind I like, so.
Oh yeah, Bev just plops down.
Nice to meet you both. My name is Rylan. I am a
I'm
friend
Nah,
of Rannan's.
So, grabs pushes his feet off of the chair and sits
Oh,
where
yeah.
his feet were.
My apologies.
You're forgiven.
Okay.
Saw a cat.
Yeah.
Phelan just
My-
gives him a look like. Phelan gives him Rylan a look like. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it is lovely to meet you both. I believe you're going to be coming to help lend some assistance to the very needy of the city.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
offer it. Helped out a little bit in Southreach when we passed through.
Nice, yeah. How are you both doing? You've been through some shit.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, could use a drink. That's about
Yeah.
how I'm doing.
There's a lot of that here. Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
Bev already
baby.
has like a cup.
Yeah.
Fred! He looks so happy.
Baby.
Oh, man.
There's just
Yeah.
random cats in here.
Yeah. Phelan immediately just
Oh, it's like
picks one
home.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, cool, good. Yeah, you yeah, I'm glad you're doing all right. You guys saw the Darkspawn up close then, yeah?
Oh yeah.
You told me what the big ones are called ogre. Apparently they're made from Konari.
Ogres, yeah, yeah. Well, it's
Oh.
it's complicated. The way they're made is a little gruesome. Not something to be spoken about in polite company.
Yeah, well, good thing I guess I'm not polite company.
None of us really are polite company.
Yeah, you don't want to know this.
Yeah,
It's not
I'll
not
trust
pretty,
your
it's
judgment on
gruesome,
that.
it's yeah, not something that I would like to speak about.
It happens,
alright.
and then they are sorted into different categories.
Yeah,
We'll put it that way.
it's
alright.
yeah,
Alright.
and then it starts to generate Darkspawn in accordance with the race of the person that begets
Came
them.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. So you know, you get
Force more
some
wine.
lanky ones that are like humans. You get little like stocky ones that
I
were.
just like hold the glass
Yeah.
over.
They themselves were never
more wine.
like humans or dwarves in the like they. It's different. It's a whole thing. I won't bore you with the details because I'm gonna make this guy groan again. Although he's politely offered the chance to move into a different room if he so wishes. You do not have to sit here, you little fuck. Anyway.
I think for the first time while this is happening and Beverly and Kana had refilled their drinks, you see
Yeah.
Phelan taking the wine bottle and filling his own glass.
Baby boy's all grown up.
I won't comment on it. I don't want to embarrass my son.
Yeah.
in front of
Yeah. My son is trying to make an impression, and I don't want to harsh the style.
Can I just like cheers his cup?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, fighting him up close, that's terrifying, but
yeah.
you know.
They're not so tough. At
was
least
about to
in
say,
small groups.
Somehow we handled it, so maybe
Beverly
not
hit
so
them with a paddle.
No way. No way, like a washer paddle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
knocked one
I would
completely out.
legitimately pay money to watch that.
I mean,
It's pretty good.
Give us some money, we'll reenact it for you.
Oh, happily. Happily.
oh gosh.
I'll play the dark spawn.
Yay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Take our show on the road after this.
Not too many people are going to be interested, I'm afraid, but I'm a captive audience. Oh, anyway. It's good to make light of things, because otherwise, you know, fuck, you have to deal with the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Laugh gives you dark spawn, make light spawn, right? That's how the saying goes.
that is incredibly smooth of you. Well done. I can see you're a lyricist in the making.
That's me.
Yeah.
Kana the Bard.
Yeah, you're going to put Aranan out of business.
You know Aranan?
I do, yeah, know very well.
He's Aran's friend.
I am.
Okay.
Oh, how long have you two known each other?
Years. Yeah. We have similar, not completely her function, but I am somewhat of a social butterfly, let's call it that, that's polite. I know a lot of people, and if I need to get things, I know who to speak to, and I know how to connect people, and I know how to get information to certain places, so I'm very good for that kind of thing, and that is good for Ronan as well. So,
That makes sense.
yeah.
The
You're
big
very
city job if
charming.
I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well, makes me happy, get to talk to a lot of people, got to hear lots of good information. I'm very good at keeping an ear to things, so
I'm not very good at that.
Probably no more
Have you
people in
heard-
the whole of Lothering.
well,
Yeah.
I've heard
Have you
what?
heard where anything about where the dark spawn have been spotted? Like, where is safe and not safe?
No, I mean mostly what we're hearing is from the south, and I'm aware of like the big fight that was happening down there.
Right.
It did
Alright.
not go well. Ostagar did not go well. We have heard about that, and that's pretty
Yeah.
grim. And now all the nobles around here are chit-chatting about that. It's very exciting for them because it involves one of their own. But
Hear what happened?
little bits and pieces, yeah. Why? What you heard?
Just wine.
The king is dead. Long live the king.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Didn't have an air. That's gonna be some fucking doozy around here. It's exciting though, you know, for those of us who like to collect bits of information. This is a curious thing. See what's gonna happen. I think there's some nobles that have been congregating here because they want to, you know, do what they do best and not actually actively go out and find solutions for the people, but talk about their own problems.
Sounds about right.
So there's gonna be a lot of that.
I heard they're they're the cause of the problems we're trying to help with, right?
They're the cause of most problems, actually. If you look into it, a lot of like the world's biggest problems are solved because of poverty, and actually that's because of people storing. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like him.
It says eat the rich, sorry. It's
Yes.
it's blurred out.
Yeah, he agrees.
Cheers to that, comrade.
Comrade. Yeah, he'll cheers you. Very good. I like you. You're cool people. Irenan always picks well. If everyone comes and is like, "Oh, Irenan sent me," I'm like, "I already know you're a good person."
Iranan's good people, so
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to think I'm good people by proxy.
Well, absolutely. She does not tend to tolerate too much of her time unless absolutely needed or is being paid to. Tends to know how to pick good people. So, very good. Want to head off?
Yeah.
All right. Bear with me and just follow on and don't question anything that happens. Yeah. He like takes
My
at
lips
this
are sealed.
Fairness, at some point, you know, your stew will have come. You could have eaten it if you want, or you can just take it with whatever's left in the bottle of wine. He's just going to take the bottle and start to toddle off and assume that you're following him.
Mhm.
And he'll head out. General, like, chit-chat, low-level conversation happening. You get the impression that it's the kind of small talk to just be seen to be small talking when around other people, you know, depending on what years are going on. Will lead you down a couple streets and then go into a business that seems to be like a shoemaker, shoe repairs, that kind of thing. There's some leather working that's going on here. There's perhaps by the smell of it nearby or like neighboring to this is a tannery. He kind of walks into a cupboard, turn around, looks at you all, gives a little salute as he enters. The door closes. There's like maybe a minute or so passes, and then the door is opened again, and there's nothing inside. Do you want to follow suit?
Phelan's following. He's like,
That's
don't
nifty.
question it. I'm like, okay.
There's about room for one person inside cover, so you're gonna have to do a single file. But if you are following, you'll step into the cupboard, pause a little minute, and then the back end of the cupboard is like opened up, and it's a secondary door, and Hyralan is there and waving at you, and be like, "Come on, let the other one through," and we'll close the door.
All
And
right,
eventually,
then.
yeah. So Phelan will go in, and then you're just like, and then Phelan's not there. It's a magic trick. He stole my son. No.
I mean, he can steal me if he wants.
Yeah. Well, just puts you over his shoulder and runs off into the sunset.
I
but yeah.
wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain.
I'm
Yeah,
not
sorry.
gonna complain.
Phelan's at the series, guys. Now you know, like roll credits. We're done. We're off.
That's it.
But yeah, eventually you guys are allowed through, and then you're seemingly in like back rooms of something, but it doesn't look like the businesses where you were in. He'll take you through them into a slightly larger space, and then eventually takes you through what is essentially the same kind of thing. It's like you have to walk into a space. All four of you can fit into this point. He closes the door behind you and then opens another door, and then it opens up into a house, a living space, a living room of some kind. Someone will come through, and you just see them like passing by the corridor, look at you all, see Rylan, just go like, "All right, Rylan," and just keep walking. They just leave you to it.
This is fascinating.
Yeah, you've been shown a secret way. Whether this existed before the place was locked down or not, you're not sure, but it seems Rylan has his way in and out of the alienage without anybody who's guarding the actual official entrances or exits is aware of. And we will deal with that later. We're going to flit away from that as you guys kind of step out like a, what the fuck is going on? To our two travelers. Eventually you're going to come out from the tree line of the Brazilian forest and walk a little bit towards the coastal town. Your hometown, Oriana. Do you want to just describe to me what in your mind it looks like? And then as we focus our camera in a little further as you continue walking, what does your home look like?
Yep. Sorry, Oriana was taking over and I was like, I'm so nervous. Okay, get back. I think the coastal town of Pinstow, in my mind, it's definitely a coastal town. So there's docks and a little bit of area where the water comes in a little bit. So a lot of Pinstow is concentrated around that. As far as like Main Street type of idea, all the buildings are old stone, thatched roofs, that kind of thing. And you can see most people are there, of course, more early in the morning, and then there's taverns and pubs and things at night. And it's a more bustling market just for people coming in that aren't from there, and then the people that are locals sell as much as they can, like during those moments. As if you keep continuing going south through the, like around the town or through it, that is where Oriana calls home. Her mother lives on the outside of town, closer to the forest rather than the coast, because they're actually pretty close together here. And it's very quaint. It's got a lot of herbs and things around it, lots of flowers, lots of plants. And her mother is very independent, but not closed off, just like some space. And
Yeah.
so it's very cozy.
Okay. Yeah. So you are able to head inside. It feels familiar, it looks familiar. And as you enter, if we imagine this is like Inquisition, say, and we have our little mini map, you can see an exclamation mark on your mini map. And you enter, and the first thing that actually draws your eyes that you're perhaps not expecting is that as you enter, there's like a like a structural post that a lot of these houses have to just keep the building structure, and you can see a note there with a dagger in it because it's Dragon Age and that's how they do things here.
I think she looks at Arana and she just runs it and grabs it. And just
What's
like
this note?
breathing heavy, just like
Yeah, a free dagger, exactly. What you find is a bit of paper, hooray, and a free dagger. And then, you know, your mom's going to come out and just going to cook you a home cooked meal and it'll all be wonderful and excellent and awesome.
Yep, not pure rage about to start. Nope.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm about to send you what's written on the paper. Sorry, so
I'm not getting flashbacks. It's fine. Oh God. Okay.
and we're all just going to watch your face journey now, awkwardly.
I do have to say though, a note with a dagger through it is the most Dragon Age thing I've ever.
It's
seen.
such a Dragon Age thing. It's
Perfect, no
just as
notes.
beautiful, you know? Mm-hmm.
So is this. No. I think
Little
Oriana,
quest
she-
objective has changed. To the bottom.
Quest updated.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Oriana reads it, like she grabs it, the knife, and looks at it. I'm assuming this knife is a lot prettier than mine.
Yeah, it's a real fancy one. Almost obnoxiously so. Purposefully so.
Oriana, I think you just see her quietly turn around and look at you, and it is not unlike the rage that you, like the quiet rage that you saw when she well, you weren't there. You didn't see this. The others would have seen when she decimated those bandits because she killed 3 of them in a row. And
Yeah.
there's an she's not the type to yell and scream, unlike some of my other characters. There's just a real quiet, seething rage to her face. She's like, we need to get back to Denerim.
Right away.
And she's gonna, I think she even walks past you and like hands you the note and just starts walking.
Oh. Okay, hold please, because this will be even perfect. I'm gonna send you the note, Sakaya, and you're gonna read it for us.
And while she's getting that note, I think Oriana just grabs like her favorite thing and like her mom's
Yep.
favorite thing.
Yep.
And she's taking the knife.
I hurry after Oriana.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like me to read the note, or would Oriana like to read
Well,
it?
I think it'd be fun if Ronan just reads it as like a you know,
like an internal.
yeah. Just like, you know, in the voice of like what your internal voice as you are reading it, you know.
I need you to know, your actions led to this. I didn't want to have to resort to this. You know where she'll be. You're free to come and see her. And Ronan kind of like scrunches the note slightly and just shoves it into her top
Mm-hmm.
and runs after Oriana.
Yeah. And as the pair
I think
of
we
you-
even make it like double time back.
Yes.
Just for the
that's
record, we're
thing.
not sleeping.
No.
Like,
Yep.
actually,
so with
one thing
haste-
before we
Mhm,
leave.
Go for it. Mm-hmm.
Whoever is like the town know-it-all,
Mm-hmm.
whoever that might be, we don't have
Rylan.
to play it. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's ever been to Pinstone, to be fair. But I mean, I don't know. But whoever that person is, Oriana's gonna do like a real quick shakedown. Just, you know, did you see anybody? What did they look like? Like, yeah,
Mhm.
like she, and
Where
she's
is
mad
she?
too. Where is she? Where's Rachel? But you know, it's like she's just
Yeah,
in
I'm
a
helping with
fury
that.
now.
Yeah. Absolutely. We will
Trying to be nice, but you know.
Yeah. I think it's the tone in the air and the tension in the story shifts slightly in this moment.
Tell us so your cat gets it.
You can't get it. Fred. And we'll kind of fade away from there. And that's where we're going to be ending the session tonight. Perhaps next week there may be some priority shifts as to what we need to do. But yeah, that was us. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope my players are too. We will decompress in a minute. Thank you very much for joining us. And we'll just do our little outros and tell you where you can see us. At the moment, you're just going to be seeing me here just now. This is the only thing that is like actively coming out that is that I'm in. But towards the end of the month, on the 28th, hold please, 28th of June, I am running a Pride one-shot over on Girls in These Worlds. It is called Murder They Wrote, and it's about Antivan crows and just, you know, being badasses and also horribly chaotic love lives because gay. That's me.
I'm still Emily. I've been your favorite comedic relief MILF. Yeah, I don't have anything. My other thing on Transmissions Tuesdays. Black Teeth is on season break. Have you not finished season
It
1
is.
yet? What are you
Yeah.
doing with your life? Finish it. And while you're at it,
So we can talk about it.
join me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And while you're at it, join me in being a fan of what else is going on the podcast right now. I think I'll leave that for Sakaya to talk about, maybe, or one of the 2 people that's in it that's here, other than Sakaya. You know, you guys got this. I'm really enjoying it so far, though. Franklinville, really fun. But yeah, that's me.
Hi
Peace.
everyone. Hi everyone. My name's Satan Orlissa Vamp on the interwebs, and I have been your big hazel eyes and autism baby girl. Make her bless him. I am here on Tuesdays, and that's pretty much most of what I'm doing. But you can also find me if you are done devouring season 1 of Black Teeth and you're itching for more. I am part of the little tiny storytelling podcast that we're doing in between seasons called Some Small Town, Franklinville, the Woods Are Watching. I know how to speak. Episode 1 is out now. It's called Tell Me What You See. I'm so excited. I play Becca. If you listen to it, she's a little 70s lesbian, and I love it. And that's me.
Hello, I am Jill and definitely didn't forget that I go next. I have been playing Beverly. This is pretty much the only place you're going to see me right now, as Auriga Stars has ended over on Girls Run These Worlds. So if you haven't watched season 2 of Auriga Stars, you can see it on the Girls Run These Worlds YouTube. Both season 1 and season 2 are there. Highly recommend. It's super great. Lots of emotions. It's magical girls and gay. So what's not to love? Other than that, I'm here on Tuesdays. I have been in Black Teeth, and now that we are on to the next thing, you will have to wait to hear me until season 2 comes out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Torn, or Torn Talks Creativity, and it's been great. I'm having fun. It's fine. I'm not raging. I'm just anyway. You can see me on a bunch of things that I've already been mentioned, like Fate, and then I'm also part of Franklinville, which is very fun. I'm playing Benny, the 10-year-old scout, and he's just a little guy. It's fine. He's doing great. He's actually doing okay. Yep. I'm scared of it, and I'm already in it. It's fine. Otherwise, what I will tell is I am doing a charity stream this next weekend and the weekend after for St. Jude's at Torrent Talks Creativity on Twitch. So if you have some time on Saturdays of those weekends, just come hang out, spread information. I'll be doing social posts soon. So if you want to share that, it would be much appreciated. Thank you, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I am Zakaya, and I have been a run-on today. I am tomorrow. You can see me in Board of Tales, Thirsty Sword Lesbians. It's part 3. It's Cherry Heart's episode tomorrow, and then there's one more the final Wednesday of the month. And other than that, I'm just frantically editing season 2 of Black Teeth currently. Very exciting. Just edited an extremely fun episode. So yeah, can't wait for y'all to hear that.
Very good. All right, everybody. We're going to be signing off. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you next week for our penultimate episode. Woohoo!